Jakob, you sub 3:30 there, beat a lot of people, but I know you like to win. Is there mixed feelings there for you?
No, not really. I think when I woke up this morning, it was better than yesterday.
Yeah. You looked a bit rough. What? You looked a bit rough at the press conference yesterday. Yes. A bit bleary-eyed.
But still, looked myself in the mirror today. Look like shit. And it's very funny. Watery eyes and blue eyes. So it's like, of course, it's not an ideal position to be in, but still, it's good enough that I decided to seat myself on the plane. And luckily, I woke up a little bit better this morning, and still feel pretty strong. You know, at the end of the day, I think I easily could have hit the wall and ended up with 32-33.
Yeah.
But felt stronger than I expected last 300. I would say we had a good acceleration the last 150 as well.
Yeah.
Distancing, to the guys behind. But yeah, I think if I'm gonna be honest, when I woke up yesterday, I put on my compression socks and waited for my taxi and thought to myself, this is not a good idea.
Yeah. How does an athlete like yourself avoid illnesses like that? You must do certain things. In Paris, you were wearing a mask in the mix zone, for instance. And also, when you get an illness, what do you do then to try? Because you mentioned yesterday about trying to do things to recover, vitamin C, stuff like that. What's your strategy?
It's really just that much you can do. I've been probably have the most precautions, with illness prevention the last 6 months than anybody on this earth probably.
Yeah.
Wearing masks, having sanitizers and everything, even in Silesia. But with everybody going back to school and back to work, back home, there's been a lot of illness going around, everywhere. So I think it was inevitable when I got back home from Silesia. Everybody around me was sick.
Yeah. Did you ever have much as a young guy?
No, it's
just recently, just bad luck recently.
It's definitely a rotation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I think it's just once, twice a year. It's just the build-up and bacteria and viruses.
Yeah. Being a new dad as well.
Yeah, but still he's relatively isolated as every small children. But still, it's like. It's just, especially when I travel so much, and I was both in Silesia, the sun in Silesia.
Yeah.
Not everybody was there, so of course you get exposed to quite a lot. Sometimes it's just the way it is, and of course you can be unlucky, like it was last year, and I would say a little bit luckier this year with just being a regular Diamond League. But still, it's almost every weekend.
Yeah.
How it is, and I really enjoyed the competition, even though it kind of sucks not being, feeling 100%. But still, it's just good enough that I was able to participate.
Yeah.
And still beating a lot of runners like myself.
For sure. One thing that interests me is Cole Hocker has been spotted out on a bike a little bit recently training. Apparently, he does a lot of cross training, even when he's not injured. Is that part of the Norwegian method, doing cross training? Do you ever go on a bike, or is that the only kind of thing you do when you're injured?
Yeah, no, that's nothing.
You don't bother with that at all, really? No.
That's very strange.
You think
if you can't run, then obviously you have to do something else.
It obviously works for him, but you think that's a strange way to train, do you?
I don't think that's the reason why it works.
No,
definitely not.
No. So you wouldn't bother with swimming or cycling or any of these cross training.
If anybody thinks they're good at running because they're swimming, then they don't know what they're doing.
I think Steve Cram said once, if you want to be a better runner, you should do more. You should run. Do more running. Yes. You would agree with that?
Definitely. But still, it's a lot of things that in my training I try to maximize, my running, and of course I kind of supply with strength training and trails and other things. But still, you have to maximize the running first, and then you can kind of do all the other things. And the total of that is more than many other runners.
Yeah.
And I think if you're not able to run, sometimes you get injured and you have to do something else. I think it's very important to kind of stimulate and do training in the way that it's not
When you
hurting.
were injured in the winter, what's your go-to cross train?
Aqua jogging and cross training, because I wasn't able to run. But it's definitely not an option if you're running. Then it's very silly.
Not very enjoyable either, is it?
No, definitely not. And it's, of course, I think it's smart to also kind of have a negative association with those things, because it's not supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing it when you're injured. You kind of, when you have those setbacks, which will come, you kind of appreciate, the running part more, because you have a negative association with not being able to run.
Good question. What did you tell Yared after the race?
Not much. Just good race. I asked him where he came from, and he told me he was in Boulder, I think. Just chatting around.
Good job out there.
Cheers, Jacob.